I'm Neil Vokey. Our top story tonight, school theft. And here to steal the spotlight is Fraser Larock. Fraser?
Thanks, Neil. I don't know if you can hear me right now because I don't have my mic. Somebody stole it, I'm pretty sure, so we're just gonna go without it. Anyway.
Fraser, isn't your microphone in your pocket there?
Whoa, false alarm. Yes, it is. It is indeed was in my pocket. Anyway, that ties in with our story about theft and how much it has risen this past semester. So I caught in with a bunch of people to tell you guys about their stories and what we can do about the problem. So how are you personally affected by your theft, as like with your laptop and stuff like that?
Well, for me, probably the thing that I was most affected by is trust in my classroom. So I feel like I have to lock everything up now and be really careful and cautious.
Yeah, we've had a few mice go missing since the beginning of the year. We're not sure why someone would take a very cheap, poorly made little mouse from the computer labs.
And I feel like I can't really bring another laptop to school because I don't feel like I'll be able to have it not go missing.
It's just a pain. We have to replace them. Costs a little bit of money. I think it's probably just one or two students. I know the majority of the students, I'm really happy, treat all the equipment in the library with a lot of respect, and I totally appreciate that.
Do you feel we have an efficient lost and found?
I think that we probably would benefit from having a system in place for if things go missing, like Crime Stoppers in the school, or you know, a lockdown or something like that if something like that went missing again.
We do have a lost and found in student services, and oftentimes that's for things like binders and sneakers and items of clothing, things like that. But if you find an item of value, you should bring it to the office, and there we keep it safe under lock and key. And if you've lost something and you're trying to recover it, we ask skill testing questions about it, and we keep it safe until you show up.
So do you feel your belongings are safe in this school right now, or unsafe, or?
Well, I think they're safe for me because I'm smart and I put my belongings in my locker.
People don't usually return things to the lost and found.
Having a larger population is definitely going to make it a lot more difficult to follow up on items that have been stolen. For example, down in the gym, in some periods there's 5 classes going on. There's people coming and going all the time, and it's not fair to lock up the change rooms when that's happening.
I'd like to think that we're still in a safe school, and that for the most part 90% of the people are trustworthy and not doing that kind of stuff.
So really, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Well, Neil, clearly theft has been a big problem this year, and hopefully we don't see it into the next semester as well. But there isn't a clear solution of what you can do to prevent it. Just be more vigilant of where your stuff is, and always try to keep it on your person at all times. But and for those people that have taken them, what the crap, man? What the crap?
Indeed, thanks, Fraser. No doubt theft is something that no one would want to have happen to them. I myself have been a victim several times this year. Of course, I like to pretend I'm a minimalist and that material objects don't really mean anything to me. But that really doesn't solve the problem, does it? So, MITV proposes a solution. Anybody who may be watching who feels guilty because they've stolen something in the past or found something that they kept can return that item to the Lost and Found next week. We will call this Stolen and Returned Week. It will be completely anonymous, so you know you don't get the heat on you, wrath of fussle and whatnot, and you'll feel better in your heart because you've done the right thing. Nevertheless, let's go over now to Matt Henderson with the results of this week's poll. Matt?
Thanks, Neil. Well, we asked you whether you thought it'd be responsible to have some earthquake drills, considering we've had about 50 fire routines by now. And 70% of you figured it would be rather responsible. I caught up with Mr. Fussell, and apparently we're supposed to have 6 fire drills and 2 earthquake drills per year. The school generally notifies both staff and students for the first fire drill, only the staff for the second, and makes the third a complete surprise. The rest are generally scheduled after that for good days. Bad weather and freshly cut grass being tracked into the school would be examples of things to plan around. Well, as you may have noticed, I'm not at my desk this week. In fact, there's a new Matt in town. And I'll bet I'm not the only one who's been affected by stealing. Xander's conspiracy theories aside, there's still a serious theft problem this school year. So, next week's question, who of you have been affected by theft throughout the school in one way or another?
Thanks, Matt. Well, this past Wednesday marked Anti-Bullying Day, in which students wore pink clothing to demonstrate their opposition to bullying. Anyone who didn't wear pink is totally lame. In other news, the grad committee would like to announce that grad baby photos are needed ASAP. That's as soon as SAP. And finally, the drama department's production of Bang Bang You're Dead came first at the North Island Regional Drama Festival. This means they'll be taking it to the provincial level of the festival, which is pretty darn cool. Now it's time for French word of the week. Let's go over to Pierre Québécois.
Hello everybody, welcome to French Word of the Week. I'm feeling really confident this time. I don't know what it is, I just got up on the right side of the bed, you know? Just got out on that side too. So this should go well, here's the French word.
Améliorer. And make sure you pronounce it correctly this time.
Did you hear that guy? He sounded really angry. I'm nervous about this now. Oh, and of course he gives me like the friggin' hardest word ever. Okay, let's try this. Ameliorate. Okay, I think I got it. It means to improve, to make better. You start with something and you change it, and then it's more better than it was before. You've improved it. That's ameliorate. So if we were to use this in a sentence, it would be like, Je vous améliorer mon français. I think I did that right, which would be like, I want to improve my French. And that's legit. That's probably a good comment because according to that guy, I could improve my French. Yeah. If you want to do it again, you could say, Nous allons améliorer notre école, which is like, we are going to make some improvements to our school. That's again a valid comment because everything can be itself and then you make it better. So you can improve anything. I mean, we have a good French program. I think my segment does the French pretty well. Not much you can improve. Back to you, Neil.
Thanks, Pierre. Now, Tyson, Bracken, sports.
Thanks, Neil. So, intramural dodgeball started up this past Tuesday, so why don't we check out some of the highlights? Are you on a team?
Yeah.
Do you usually dodge balls?
Sometimes.
Alright, why do they call it dodgeball?
Because you dodge the balls.
Really?
Yeah, you have to dodge the ball.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense. So there you have it. There's the highlights. And now if you're wondering how to play, you've come to the right spot. I know a lot about dodgeball, and I can show you if you want. If you have the time, I can show you. First of all, there's a ref. Right there. 7 players, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on that side. The 7 players here can only go that side of the court. 7 players can go only on this side of the court. Now, if you get hit by the ball, you're out. If this person throws the ball, that person catches it, this guy is out. Now, if this guy over here throws it over this guy, right there, he catches it, then drops it, he's out. Now, if you're a player, right, if you get hit in the head like that right there, you're still in. If you get hit in this region of your body, you're out.
There's 3 teams in the senior division, and the winner of each division gets to play the teachers at the end.
Oh, cool. How long is this tournament going on for?
The next 3 weeks.
Next 3 weeks, all right. How do you think this first game's going?
I think it's going really well. The kids are having fun, they're playing fair, and yeah, it's been some exciting matches already.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah. So there you have it, Neil. That's dodgeball in a nutshell. Back to you.
Thanks, Tyson. Now let's check in with our junior meteorologist, Kyle Wein. Kyle?
Hi, Neil. I'm told we're going to have showers for the next few days. But you know what? It's going to sunshine. Look at that sun. That's good. You should probably look at it.
Thanks, Kyle. Well, that wraps up this episode of MITV. Next week's episode will be done entirely in rhyme. See you next time.